Minister speak last night to the nation, he laid out a vision, a comprehensive vision. And that vision was laid out after wide and deep consultation with several sections of our society. And these discussions were held at various levels, with various ministries, and also gradually taken up to the level of the Prime Minister's office. And the Prime Minister himself has been spending considerable time to make sure that the inputs obtained are given due consideration and they form a part of the package that's being given to the country. Essentially, this is to spur growth and to build a very self-reliant India. And that's where this whole initiative is called as Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And the word Atmanirbhar India is the one which you will be hearing me say quite often. I know, coming from South India, a lot of people wondered what it actually meant. So for their benefit, I'll just say what it means in the 4 languages, subject of course to perfectionist corrections. Suya Sarbu Bharadam in Tamil, Suya Adharita in Telugu, Suyam Asarittan in Malayalam, and Swayam Avalambita in Kannada. Subject to correction, it may not be the perfect translation, but something to take it closer to what it means. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is what we are talking about. And you heard the Prime Minister clearly say that this is going to be resting on 5 important pillars. 5 important pillars: the economy, infrastructure, technology-driven systems, demography, and demand. So if these are the 5 pillars on which we are trying to build Atmanirbhar Bharat, the focus obviously will be what can be defined as the factors of production in today's language. Factors of production, all of us know that we've been hearing it: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. Today, we recast it, say it the same way, but then essentially referring to the very same factors of production, but in this Atmanirbhar Bharat, our focus therefore would be on those factors of production which are land, labor, liquidity, and law. So essentially it addresses issues of ease of doing businesses, ease of doing compliance and regulations being due diligence observed, and so on. And in this, the intention is to build brands. Intention is also to take local brands and build them to a global level. So there is a global value chain integration also as a part of this vision which the Prime Minister has put before us. Certainly when he says Atmanirbhar Bharat, it is not to look inwards and cut India to become an isolationist country. It certainly talks about a confident India which can rest on its strengths and also be able to contribute to the globe, the way in which the Prime Minister rightly pointed out. The production of PPE and masks and also ventilators to an extent has rapidly grown within these 40 days. We have the capability, we have the enterprise to build such capabilities and help the world with it. And therefore, India shall continue contributing to the globe. You've also been seeing I'm moving away from Prime Minister's last night's speech. You've been seeing that the government being led by Prime Minister Modi, even in 2014-19, the payments, so the intention being liquidity should be in the hands of the people. For all those who have up to 5 lakhs of refund dues, we cleared it. 14 lakh taxpayers have benefited because of that. So with that said, today the tranche has about 15 different measures, 6 of which pertain to the micro, small and medium enterprises. कुटीर लघु उद्योग के लिए 6 ऐसे कदम हम उठाएंगे. 2 relate to the Employees Provident Fund. 2 relate to the NBFCs, Housing Finance Corporations and the MFIs, microfinance institutions. 1 relates to DISCOMs, 1 relates to contractors, 1 relates to real estate, and 3 are tax measures that we have taken. So I'll get into the detail of today's tranche of announcements. I said there are 6 major steps for the MSMEs. The first one, there is a collateral-free automatic loan for MSMEs which is being provided. This will give facility up to 3 lakh crores. 25 crore outstanding for those MSME units for whom 25 crore is the outstanding loan, or 100 crores whose turnover will benefit from this. These loans will have a 4-year tenure and there will be a moratorium given for 12 months. These are going to be 100% credit guaranteed over as a cover given to banks and NBFCs on principal and interest. So this is going to be available till 31st October 2020. There are no guarantee fees, no fresh collaterals required. So I guess this will benefit 45 lakh units so that they can resume their business activity and also safeguard jobs.
प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना में जहां सबसे पहले कोविड हेल्थ वर्कर्स के लिए 50 लाख रुपए की इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी का प्रावधान किया गया था, वहीं पर 80 करोड़ गरीबों को 5-5 किलो गेहूं या चावल देने का प्रावधान किया गया और पूरे देश भर में पीडीएस के अलावा अतिरिक्त ये 5-5 किलो उनको दिया गया, पिछले महीने भी और इस महीने भी. इसके अलावा ये प्रति व्यक्ति 5-5 किलो था और प्रति परिवार दाल देने का भी काम किया गया 1 किलो. और इसके अलावा जो हमारे वृद्ध, विधवा, दिव्यांग हैं उनको भी जनधन खातों में सीधा पैसे डाले गए, 500-500 रुपये, 1000 रुपये उनको टोटल डाला गया. इसके अलावा जो 20.5 करोड़ जनधन योजना खाता धारक थे, ऐसे 41 करोड़ खातों में भी 52,606 करोड़ रुपया अब तक ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया गया है. 8 करोड़ उज्ज्वला योजना के जो उपभोक्ता हैं उनको मुफ्त में 3 महीने एक सिलेंडर देने की बात हुई थी. जब तक उनको सिलेंडर की आवश्यकता है उसकी प्रक्रिया भी शुरू हो गई और दे भी दिए गए. यहाँ तक कि जो पीएम किसान के लिए भी 2,000 रुपया ऐसे करोड़ों किसानों के खातों में उसको ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया गया. तो जितनी घोषणाएं उस पीएम गरीब कल्याण योजना के अंतर्गत की गई थी उन पर सारे कदम भारत सरकार द्वारा उठाए गए और करोड़ों भारतीयों को इसका लाभ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के माध्यम से मिला है. जहां तक व्यापारी वर्ग की बात है, आम आदमी की बात है, कंप्लायंस का बर्डन उसके ऊपर ना आए, घर से बाहर नहीं जाते थे, तो उसके सामने जो संकट था कि वो कैसे समय सीमा रहते अपनी कंप्लायंस पूरी कर सके, उसमें भी उसको छूट दी गई और उसको भी 3 महीने आगे बढ़ाया गया, जिससे उसको लाभ मिला है. आरबीआई ने भी जो महत्वपूर्ण घोषणाएं की, उससे लाखों करोड़ रुपए की लिक्विडिटी मार्केट में आई है, जिससे पूरे देश को लाभ मिला है। और इसकी जानकारी आप सबके सामने पहले भी रखी है, केवल आज एक बार फिर आपके ध्यान में लाने की ज़रूरत पड़ी तो उसको किया है। एक जो मीडिया के माध्यम से हमारी जानकारी हमें मिली और जो वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस और बाकी सब वार्तालाप बाकी लोगों से हुआ, मध्यम सूक्ष्म लघु उद्योग, कुटीर उद्योग, घरेलू उद्योग जो है, इन सब के सामने बहुत बड़ी मुसीबत थी कि पैसों की भारी कमी थी। इन सब के लिए क्या किया जाए, ये भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था की रीढ़ है। ये जो हमारा सूक्ष्म लघु मध्यम उद्योग है, कुटीर उद्योग है, गृह उद्योग है, इन सब का एक बहुत महत्व है। 12 करोड़ से ज़्यादा लोगों को ये रोजगार देते हैं। तो ऐसे कारोबार और व्यापार करने वाले, विशेष तौर पर एमएसएमई सेक्टर जो है, इसके लिए आज एक बहुत बड़ी घोषणा है कि कोलेटरल फ्री ऑटोमेटिक लोन 3 लाख करोड़ रुपए का मध्यम सूक्ष्म लघु कुटीर और गृह उद्योग को मिलेगा। इसमें किसी को अपनी ओर से कोई गारंटी, कोई कोलेटरल देने की आवश्यकता नहीं है और इसका समय सीमा भी 4 वर्ष की होगी और पहले 12 महीने यानी कि पहला 1 वर्ष उनको प्रिंसिपल रीपेमेंट नहीं करना पड़ेगा, इनके मूलधन का चुकाना नहीं पड़ेगा, मूलधन को नहीं चुकाना पड़ेगा और 12 महीने की इस पे छूट रहेगी और 4 वर्ष के लिए उनको ऋण दिया जाएगा। तो 3 लाख करोड़ रुपए का ये ऋण, ये हमने बगैर किसी गारंटी, बगैर किसी कोलेटरल के भारत के मध्यम सूक्ष्म लघु उद्योग, कुटीर और गृह उद्योग के लिए मोदी सरकार ने करके दिया है।
I just move to the next one, which is about a 20,000 crores subordinate debt proposition which we are bringing. If the earlier one, which was just now explained by the MOS, was for standard MSMEs who, because of lockdown, couldn't move forward because they didn't have money, they didn't have cash coming in. So for buying raw materials or paying the wages, if they had a problem, you had that emergency credit line which we spoke about just a minute ago. Now I come to talking about subordinate debt through which we want to infuse about 20,000 crores. These are meant for stressed MSMEs. So if you're providing for the standard, you're now providing for the stressed MSMEs. Now the stressed MSMEs do have a problem of equity. So for them, through a subordinate debt provision, we want to provide about 20,000 crore liquidity. 2 lakh MSMEs are likely to benefit from this. The functioning of the MSMEs which are NPA or are stressed, all of them will be eligible. For this subordinate debt-based scheme, NPAs or stressed MSMEs will all be eligible for this. The government will be providing about a 4,000 crore as its contribution to the MSE, the Credit Guarantee Trust, and they will be then able to provide the partial credit guarantee support to the banks, as a result of which stressed and NPA MSMEs will immediately benefit.
तनाव में जो सूक्ष्म लघु मध्यम उद्योग या कुटीर या गृह उद्योग हैं, उनकी इन परिस्थितियों को देखकर गौण कर्ज या अधीनस्थ
Will be disallowed in government procurement for tenders up to 200 crores. Why is this being done? Majority of the MSMEs in India were unable to supply those big mother units, as you may call, big, large companies, who they were serving all the while. Suddenly the conditions became, based on the global tenders, unmatchable by our MSMEs. So they were disqualified.